it would appear that we are just leveling up, right? Because learn electronics skill level 2, where are we at? We're at level 1, right? Oh, no, we're at level 2. Boom! Boom! Starting off the stream immediately by completing objectives. This is going to be a super productive day. What could possibly go wrong? Alright, so we immediately have electronics 2. Let's see what Vinny wants. Disable test alarm at home. Okay, so there's another minigame for this. Man, we could have used this last time when we were assaulting Fort Clocks. This could... Ugh. Remove only the cable connected to the battery. Removing a wrong cable will automatically alarm the police. Is this the battery? I assume this is the battery, right? Rechargeable battery, yeah. So it's this one. That's disabled, right? Oh, cables connected to the battery. Okay, so there can be multiples. That's actually a pretty cool system. I like that.
We need you to plant a camera. Go to 206 and stick it in the living room. Don't ask.
What's Vinny's game here? What is he trying to accomplish with all of this? He's trying to do something, but I don't know what it is. We need 14,000 for a hacking PDA. That is a crap ton of money. Appraisal level 3 for the binoculars. Alright, we're gonna buy the hacking PDA for 14k. Why not? I don't think we need the night vision, do we? We'll hold off on this for now. Car key signal cloner? Okay, so that's probably for fancier cars, right? And then better hacking laptops. Okay. So we have the hacking thing, and I don't think we could buy more cameras, so we just need to go plant the one that we have, right? Hang on, where are we going? 203, or 206 rather. 206, let's check our jobs before we go. I always forget to do this. Rich Thug, Ritchie Street, 206, break or steal lioness painting. Alright. That won't backfire. Ooh! Except for that. Hello, sir. Don't mind us. Soon we will have a proper van to match our status. Soon. How much did we need for that? Like 30k? We just spent most of it on a hacking PDA? I think we had enough to buy it before we decided to get the hacking. I think we could have afforded it. That's kind of unfortunate when you think about it. We could be driving a sweet, sweet van right now. This is right on the edge of the map. That's interesting. Alright, let's go down here, get this painting, plant a camera, move on. I'm curious how long this game actually is, right? How much content can we actually squeeze out of this? Hello? Okay, so this house is similar to the other one. They do have cameras. We haven't been to that house either. Okay. So that camera pretty much eliminates any opportunity we could possibly have to get through the front gate. So let's cross our fingers that there's a back way in. We could, you know what? We could plant a camera here in their mailbox just to get their routines. Let's do that. And then we'll go sleep for 24 hours. 24 hours have gone by. We did not need to eat because we are in fact an android. I'm curious what actual security measures they're going to have at this house. Because they obviously have cameras, which means they probably have some sort of alarm system as well. It's just a matter of how aggressive it is. Ooh. Oh, their routines kind of suck. Hang on, pull it back up. There we go. Ugh. So someone will always be home. So it's not going to be an easy job in that regard. Do they have any more cameras that we can actually make out at this point? I wonder if that car gate right there actually functions, and if so, if we could steal a car from this house. Don't we have a flashlight? Where's our flashlight? Wait, why don't we have a flashlight? Items. Hacking PDA. Where's our flashlight? I have no idea how we lost our flashlight, but we don't seem to have it. Oh, we still have some stuff in our pocket too. Our backpack's half full. This is not very efficient, is it? Humans be like eat, drink, sleep, repeat. This guy be like steal, sleep, repeat. Steal, get caught, sleep, repeat. Don't forget that important little side detail. The fact that we're not actually very good at this. How do we get into this house? Can we sneak through these bushes as soon as we come through this gate? Oh yeah, I guess we can. Right there. Okay. So this is our way in. Oh, there's an actual cop. Hang on. There's already an actual cop in town. I don't know why, but I'm crying. Oh no, Sorrows. Crying is not always a bad thing, though. Sometimes it's exactly what you need. It's not sad or happy tears. Is it allergies? Or is it just tears? Because I get that. Sometimes it just sort of happens, you know?
Freeze!
What? 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 What just happened? What the heck just happened? You got nostalgic? That can be a good thing. That can absolutely be a good thing sometimes. It can also be sad though, right? Because when you get nostalgic, it's usually it's because you're missing something, right? Like, I get nostalgic when I think about Kingdom Hearts, just because that was an early game that I played the heck out of. And I played that thing into the dirt. And I miss that gaming experience sometimes too, right? But simultaneously, like, it's because of those memories that it matters in the first place. It's when you get nostalgic, like you just said, you heard the Minecraft music of nostalgia. And when you get that, when you hear that, when you feel that, it's because it mattered to you in the first place. And it meant something to you at that point in time. Like when I hear the Kingdom Hearts music, it sends me back. It means something to me. It reminds me of a simpler time in life. And I really do cherish that. What I do not cherish is the fact that security guard saw me walking in the street and decided it was his responsibility to tase me, bro. What? How the heck did that happen? I got an inspirational quote for you. Crying doesn't always mean you're weak. You've just been strong for too long. That's a good quote. I've heard that one as well. Who said that? Because I don't actually know, but that's like a really meaningful quote, right? Like over the last 2 years or so, life's been kicking me in the teeth a lot. And I've shed more tears in the last 2 years than I have prior to that, like on a more regular basis. I'm not like weeping all the time, but like, man, life really, it kicks you, and then it kicks you when you're down enough times. That quote is absolutely true. You go and go and go, and then eventually you just need to sit down on the sidelines for a couple minutes, think about life, maybe shed a few tears, and then pick yourself back up, because that's what you do. Oh, remember my first world, my first dirt hut. Man, I wish I could get back to my first Minecraft world. I wish I could re-experience what that was like. Like, I wish I could see just how crappy my builds were way back in the day. I remember some of my early builds. I built a basement with lava falls, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I took out graph paper and everything, and I, like, designed it all out. Figured out exactly where the lava falls were going to go, how it was all going to look when it came together. And then I built it. I did. I finished that one. And it looked like crap. But, of course it looked like crap. Back in those days, there were only, like, 6 blocks in the game. But, don't get me wrong. There were people with actual talent and skill that were able to make things that looked really good. But all of my early builds were just experimental crap. But it was my crap. And it was the crap that I still remember. Because that's how it was, right? Gaming gaming has been looked down on. Not anymore. Not as much anymore. But gaming's been looked down on for so long by so many people. But now that the gaming generation, okay, let me be careful with that, because there was an older gaming generation. Like, there were people that were hardcore into the old point and click games, adventure games that were on computers and whatnot back then, way back before I was even born. But then there was like the gaming revolution, right? Where gaming really hit its stride. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, the console era, if you will. And gaming really picked up, and then it evolved and it evolved and it evolved. And people would look down on gamers and really, like, I don't know what the right word is, devalue the experiences that were being built in those games, right? Because, like, it was easy for non-gamers to look at the gaming, look at those of us that were getting out of school, finishing up our work for the day, whatever, and then sitting down and playing video games for 6, 10, 12 hours into the middle of the night, as late as we possibly could before we were forced to get off and then wake up and go through it again, so that we could then wake up and go through it again, right? Like, I logged so many hours into so many games over so many years, and so many different people would look at that and go, man, he totally wasted his time, but I didn't, right? Like, those experiences, that Minecraft experience, that first dirt hut, all that stuff, that means so much to us, to our generation, to our people, to the gamers. Like, my parents would remember stuff that happened on their school playground. Like, I know that's a really stereotyped way to say it and whatnot, but, like, those were the events that transpired that they remembered, and they were valuable. I'm not at all trying to say that they weren't, but to say that gaming, to say that our experiences in those early games, to say that when I was playing Kingdom Hearts and literally running around in circles looking for the last secrets that might have been in the game back in the day, like, that's no less valuable than running around in the woods. Now, there's something to be said for the health benefits of being outside and actual physical activity and stuff like that. I'm not saying that it's physically as beneficial as like actually going out into the woods, but emotionally and as far as personal development goes, those memories are just as valid, in my opinion. I am in fact not a scientist, despite what I might tell you. So I'm just speaking from experience and the experience that I've witnessed from others. But man, gaming is such a powerful thing, and I'm glad that the world has sort of come around to that, right? Like people have finally accepted is the wrong word, but I think I'll use it here. People have finally accepted gaming as a very legitimate hobby. And it's not just a hobby for some people, right? Like, people are making money off of it. You can game competitively at this point, which is ridiculous. That's crazy. That's so cool. But anyway, that was all side tangent. I'm tired. That's probably why. Bro, you just made me remember GTA San Andreas. I was not allowed to play the GTA games back in the day. I was not allowed to. So I didn't get experiences in those games, but I know what you mean. Like, I've heard other people talk about GTA. What was it about San Andreas that, like, mattered to you, that stuck with you, Saros? I remember my dad and I used to play GTA Vice City every day. We would just play in turns until we had to do something. Yeah, exactly. Like, I was in Guiltless Gaming stream the other day, and the chat sort of moved to the point where people were talking about their old experiences in gaming. And no! Why does this keep happening? Why is this security? I'm just standing on the sidewalk. Leave me alone. I'm trying to have a conversation here. Anyway, we were talking about old gaming experiences with relatives and whatnot, and I had the good pleasure, way back in the old GameCube days, I had the original Animal Crossing, and we had a world that we all shared with some of my siblings and my mom. And my poor mother, she just wanted to go around plucking weeds and taking care of flowers and talking to villagers, and that was like such a strange thing to me, because back in the day, man, I was that kid that would just try to optimize the games and break the games, and like most of my time playing games during a specific period of my life, which I don't know exactly when it was. It was when in Halo 2 there was a DLC map pack with a rail station in it. And from just before when that DLC map pack released to pretty much the launch of Halo 3, I mostly only played Halo 2. And I played with a really good friend of mine, Fatal, who we would literally, on the days where he wasn't working or at school and I wasn't working or doing schoolwork, we would literally wake up at like 8 or 9 in the morning and we would get on the mic. We did not live in the same state. We did not know each other in person. We met over Xbox Live, which is a whole nother thing that we could talk about. The networking that you can get, like the friends that you can make over the years. And those friends are legitimate. You may not have ever met them, but those friends are legitimate. Like, don't let anybody tell you elsewise there. But anywho, we would wake up at like 8 or 9 in the morning and we would jump on Halo 2 and we would go into multiplayer and do a private game and we would run around those maps like all day. We would wake up in the morning, jump on Halo 2, and then play until 3 or 4 the next morning. So, like, 22 hour gaming stints that we would do. I think the max we ever hit, we stayed up for like 48 hours. I ended up... It's a whole other story, but I had a stupid mohawk at the time that I thought was really cool. I only had it for like a week or so. But we stayed up so long and so late playing Halo 3, I think, at that point, doing the same thing, trying to break the game, where we both got really delusional and loopy, and I ended up shaving off my own mohawk. And then I got really pissed because I was trying to figure out, like, when I fell asleep and who shaved my mohawk off. It was me. Fatal told me the next day that, like, he watched me do it. It was me, but I was so delusional. I was so confused as to who broke into my room and shaved my mohawk off in my sleep. And, like, those memories still turn around in my head, right? Like, that stuff is crazy. Those I know, right, Saros? It's ridiculous. Well, thanks to my brother, I had the codes to the weapons and cars and other things like that, right? Oh, man, cheat codes back in the day. Back in the, like, pre-AAA eras, when, like, cheat codes actually meant something and were fun, like Konami Code and San Andreas and Age of Empires. I used to use the race cars in Age of Empires too, because I was that kid. Totally ruined some of the gaming experience, right? Because when you have machine gun toting race cars in Age of Empires. But I totally get that, playing with the codes in the game and messing around with stuff like that. Who knew this would just end up being a nostalgia stream, like a nostalgia ranting stream. Anywho, we should probably break into this. Oh, we gotta get our camera out of this mailbox. We keep getting caught by the random cop that's patrolling that's apparently allergic to us being on the street. That we totally forgot to grab our camera. Okay. Hello, tenants. Just torturing the civilians. When I finally was able to play GTA, I did just run around and do exactly that. I didn't do the story modes at all. You need some music? We don't make mistakes, we make happy accidents. Bob Ross was a treasure. An absolute treasure of a man. He was right. I agree with that philosophy. Well, I've made mistakes, but my mistakes made me who I am. And honestly, that's the sum of it, right? Like, there are things that I wish I could take back in my life, but at the same time, if I did take them back, I wouldn't be who I was. We are the sum of our mistakes. We are the sum of our experiences. And even if you don't like yourself right now, you are who you are through those experiences, and you will be who you are tomorrow, depending on what you do today. And that sounded really, like, convoluted, but, like, you can affect your future if you decide to make a change today. That change can have effects tomorrow. The butterfly effect is real, just not necessarily with time travel. Like, if you decide to do 5 push-ups today, and 5 push-ups tomorrow, and 5 push-ups the next day, you have no idea where you're going to be in 6 months, 5 months, 4 months. Like, especially if you stick to something like that, it could be crazy. Could be absolutely crazy. So in the same way, we don't make mistakes, we make happy accidents. It's true. Because in those mistakes, you can learn. And learning is freaking critical. I don't know what caught me. Genuinely have no idea what caught us there. Apparently there was another camera that we did not mark. Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me, bro. Where the heck did that officer even come from? He just appeared behind us. You know what? We're gonna try to lose him. Because I don't want to have to come back over here and redo this part. What's this stream turned into? This stream has turned into basically just chatting with Thief Sim running in the background. Which I am not mad about.